Welcome to this weekend's project. In front of me here is my 10th generation Ford F-150. This is a Harley Davidson clone, aka tribute, however you want to call it. This is my baby, my toy. And this is the future this weekend's project garage truck. Okay? Today, our project is the replacement of this cluster. This cluster is the original cluster with a fascia or a overlay of an aftermarket, very nice by the way, Indiglo gauge kit. Join me. Take a look at how I end up swapping this and put a Harley Davidson cluster in its place. Now the problem with these clusters is unfortunate, really unfortunate, because they are very nice. In fact, if you look at nighttime, they look absolutely beautiful. Problem is, because it's an overlay, it's not built perfect. It's probably made on the other side of the earth, and perfection is not something that they care about. Quality control is unbeknownst to them. They don't believe in quality control. So the overlay tends to kind of stick out in a wavy format up against your needles. Not all of them, but it does. For example, my RPMs. In fact, if I look at it right now, my RPM, if I was to have that plugged in, it would most likely not move. Sometimes it would, but it wouldn't be correct. I had the same issue with my gas needle, okay? And my miles per hour would move only to about 70, and there's a hump, which in other words, it's popped out right after about 71 miles an hour, and the needle stops. You can continue accelerating, it's just not going to go any further. It's a shame because it's a nice cluster. Eventually I'll dig into this and probably just crazy glue the hell out of it, and then I won't know what I'm going to do with it, but I don't think it's going to go back in my truck. I just feel bad because it's a nice cluster. It's a nice overlay because this is the original cluster. That being said, let's dive in. Always keep in mind my videos are more for an entertainment purpose and not really instructional. Just so you're aware that you can do this. You can. You don't have to pay somebody to get this done. Come on for the ride. Damn stool. That's a cluster for the 2000-2001 F-150 Harley Davidson edition that is not supercharged. Because this is a naturally aspirated truck and it's not supercharged, that is the cluster I got to go with. The 2002-2003 clusters have silver needles. So I got creative. I've had quite a few of these clusters laying around. And I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed with the result of this. Once it's on, I'm sure it'll look much better as well. And all I did is I used these eBay chrome markers, and let me tell you, I'm not disappointed. I'm very happy with the outcome. I've actually used that chrome marker on quite a few things, and so far it's 10 for 10. Alright, so the needles are done. Now, there is something very key to these chrome markers. That is, they need to stay to dry for a little over 24 hours. If you touch them, they will be dry for, I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours after, but it'll lose the chrome effect and it'll become a very dull silver. Now, that being said, you're thinking, well, this man's about to install these. He's got to push them down a little bit. Well, the faces, the flat surface, I actually painted those about 2 weeks ago. My plan wasn't to actually paint the whole round part of the needle, but today, last minute, I decided to do so. And anyway, I don't see an issue with me pressing down on it at the moment of installation. So let's get to this part now. Okay, so really, this is all I want from this cluster right here. Okay, that's all I need. This is now going to go on mine. The reason why I took this off, Ford guys will tell you, these are prone to have issues, and I know for a fact that mine works. This comes from a junkyard truck. I don't know if this one works. So, I'm gonna put... Alright guys, so in here, you're gonna need your 5/16 tool socket and your fingernails so that you can start prying. Don't be afraid. If you've never done this, you're not going to break anything. All you're going to do is just break something. No, you're not. But maybe it wasn't 5/16.
One eternity later. 346 minutes later.
We are back.
3 days later.
Alright, let's see how serious I can make that edit without having to. So you're going to get your 7mm. And look at that, it's going to come out like butter. Okay? You're not going to break it. Except your ego maybe when you get the wrong socket. But yeah, you're going to need your keys. You're going to have to bring down your shift lever so you can remove this panel and the small panel here. I've already gone ahead and removed these 3 bolts just to speed up the process, but let's get the high speed going so I don't bore the hell out of you guys. Alright, so I brought you guys down to this side so you can see more of what I'm doing here. This is where I put the relay last time when I installed. Let me take this out. It's not necessary to take this out, but I like to work comfortable. So this is the location of the relay for the actual background light of this cluster. I wired the cluster to the switch so that when I turn on and off the lights, this cluster would light up. Now, as you can see, my display is working perfect. 114,000 miles on this truck. I am not going to risk putting another one on only to find it that it's not working. I'd rather use mine. So let's get to it. just like that. And the cluster's off. Now make sure that your gear selector is removed. You don't want to end up yanking on this and end up breaking it. Okay. And there she is. This is the original cluster of the truck with an overlay. It's an aftermarket overlay that they saw on eBay and Amazon. And again, it's not a bad overlay. I wish they could just do something about how it tends to stick to the needles. Okay, got the cluster on the bench. So let's get ready to go ahead and take this apart just like we took that one apart. And then it's all about just swapping. All right. She's done. At the end of the day, it's all about what you like and how you like it. Let me bring the camera here for you guys to see. I think it looks pretty darn nice. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. You know, this page is just getting up and started, but I promise I got some good stuff headed our way. Alright, so I just want to wish everyone a happy Father's Day today. Hope you enjoyed the video. And guys, what do you guys want to say to everybody?
Happy Father's Day!
Happy Father's Day, guys.